Hello everyone and welcome to Jerry Stamps. Now, as you may recall, I bought this stamp album plus a box of stamps at a car boot sale last week for £10, so that's about a £5 each. So let's open it up and let's see what stamps are inside. Now, this is just the index, and as with many of these albums, there's some nice maps of the world. I do quite like these, so I might salvage these. But the first page we come to is Abu Dhabi and Albania and all that kind of thing. I'm not too sure which country. Oh, Ethiopia. I think that is, yeah. So that's the first stamp, and it's a mint one, so that's quite good. Moving down, we have this one. Again, it's mint, so I'm quite pleased about that. And we have another mint stamp too. I think that's mint. That's a 5 cent, I think. That's quite nice. So I'm quite pleased about that. Good start. And now we're on to Aden. It's quite a nice stamp. Again, that's mint, so again, I'm quite pleased. Barbados. That's a used one, 3 cent. Not a bad stamp. Antigua. That's quite a nice stamp, and it's mint too. So I think it's mint anyway. It might be used. Not 100% sure. On to the next page, and these are Argentina stamps. So we have a look at this first one here. It's quite a nice stamp. I do like this one. This is quite a nice stamp of the man ploughing a field, it looks like there. And it's an official stamp as well, so that's quite good. Then we have that one there, 40 cent. On to the next page, and we're on to Australia. There we have the late Queen there on the 4 cent. Sir Winston Churchill there on the 5D. It's quite a nice stamp, that 5D one there. Do like that stamp. And these ones are just quite common ones with the Queen's face on, or portrait, whatever you want to call it. And then we have this one down here too, the 2.5D. We're still at Australia on the next page, but this is the only stamp on this page. Austria now, and I am collecting stamps for a nice Austrian collection, so these will come in handy. Haven't seen that one before. Ooh. Yeah, that's better. I don't think I've seen that one before either. So there's a good start to my collection. I don't remember seeing that one either. So that's good. Now we're on to Bermuda, and this is that mysterious place where all those ships and aeroplanes seem to go missing. Those two are quite nice stamps. I do like those. No more, no. Over to here, we have a nice one from Bolivia. I do like that. Never seen that one before. Then we have the next two down, which are from Brazil. As are the next two. So that's quite good. On to Belgium now. I don't believe I've seen that one before, with the horse and the 4 sort of riders at the top there. Those 3 there are quite common from Belgium, as are those 3. Quite a nice stamp. That's 6. Not sure what that denomination that is. Some more stamps there. I quite like this one, the green one. Just zoom in a little bit so you can see it. Yeah, don't think I've seen that one before. These other three are quite common. I do like that one there with the ship on it. That's quite a nice one. And the rest are quite common, to be honest. Nothing on that page, unfortunately. On the next page, you have this loan stamp from Bulgaria. Not a bad stamp. On the next page, we have these three stamps from the Cayman Islands. Quite nice. I do like the ones with the birds on. There's a Cayman thrush there. Never heard of one of those, but it's a very nice stamp. And that'll go in my bird collection, which I must get a move on with that. Been saying it for ages, haven't I? Those two are quite nice. I do like those. Now we're on to a popular country for collecting. Canada. I do collect Canada myself. I have never seen this stamp for Canada, so I'm quite happy about that. It's a shame it's got a little bit of damage increasing at the top right there, but never mind. It will do until I find another one. Unfortunately, I don't have a duplicate of that one, so a good friend of mine will be a little bit sad about that. But, you know, if I do find one, I will save it. I think I have most of these. These are quite common, but, you know, quite nice nonetheless. On the next page, we have this loan stamp here from Chile, another country I am considering, but I'm not too sure yet, but I'll save the stamp, you know, just in case I do decide to collect it. These are some quite nice stamps from China here, and one of the reasons that persuaded me to buy the album too, because they're mint as well, or, you know, quite good condition. I don't know too much about Chinese stamps at the moment, other than I want to collect them, and I know a little bit, but nothing much. So I'm sure one or two of you viewers out there will know more than I do. I do like these. I've forgotten what they're called now, but I know people like to collect those. Oh, there's another one there. So that's not a bad start. So yeah, some not bad stamps there. I'm quite happy about those. Ooh. And that one's quite nice too. I like that one. No idea what it says, but I do like the design. So yeah, I'm quite happy about those. Next page, we have this rather unusual Cuba stamp. And I don't believe that is damage. It is how it comes. So I've never seen that stamp before. Moving down, never seen that one before either. I've seen that one once or twice. It's a shame about the damage on that one, but never mind. And then I've got one there from Cyprus. Don't believe I've ever seen that one either. On to the next page. Now these are from a country that I do collect, and I do have quite a lot of stamps from Czechoslovakia. I do like that stamp. If my brother is watching, he does a lot of fishing, so he'll like that stamp. It's an unusual stamp. Don't think I've seen that one before. Or if I have, I don't remember it. And then I think the rest are reasonably common Czechoslovakian stamps there. Shame about the slight damage on the 40H one there. But, you know, never mind. And those two are quite common too. Although I do like them. I do like the buildings on these stamps. Moving on these Danish stamps now from Denmark. And yeah, not bad. I do like that greyish coloured 50 ore stamp there. So those aren't too bad. Now that's a nice stamp there from Dubai. And again, that'll go into my bird collection. One there of some astronauts. And we've got some Irish stamps here. The one at the bottom there, I don't think I've ever seen that one before. Oh, we've got another one there. One from Yar, Dubai, Dominica. I'm not going to try and pronounce that one. Manama. Oh, it's a dependency of Oman. No, didn't know that. There's an Egyptian stamp there as well. So not a bad page, really. On to the next page, and we have these rather nice stamps from Finland. It's a shame that's a heavy postmark on that one, so we can't really see it too well. But never mind. And now we're on to France. And its dependencies by the looks of things. Yep, some quite nice stamps there. I do like this one here with the cockerel on it, or rooster if you're American. Very nice stamp. Never seen this one, so I'm quite happy about that. So yeah, some quite nice stamps on that page. Nothing on the next page. But we do have these rather nice stamps from two there from Cameroon. And another one from Dahomey, is it? Don't know if I've pronounced that correctly or not. But those are quite nice stamps. I do like those. On the next page, we have this rather nice Madagascar and Dependencies stamp. Then we're on to Morocco. They have these two rather nice stamps, which look mint to me, or nearly mint. Those are quite nice. I do like those. Moving on to the next page, we've got these Republic of Togolese, I think that is. Quite nice. So we're on to Greece now, and I know one person that'll be happy about these. Those are quite nice, those two at the top there. Then I have one from Grenada, or two from Grenada there. Gold Coast. Another one from the Gold Coast there. I think that's it for that page. So we're on to another country that I collect now, Germany. And I think I've got most of these, to be honest, but they're very nice to look at nonetheless. There are one or two I don't have, so I'm quite happy about that. It's always nice to find a stamp that you need when you buy these albums or things from car boot sales or eBay and places like that. Those are quite nice. And then we have stamps here from the DDR, or the Deutsche Democratic Republic. I don't know if you can hear that in the background, but the birds are out in force today, chirping away. And I do quite like listening to bird song. So, yeah, be a nice little background noise for you if you can hear it. Moving on to my home country now, Great Britain. And these are all rather common. But for those of you that have never seen them before, I'm sure these will be quite nice for you to look at. There we have one there from the Concorde. Quite a nice stamp. And then we have a mint and a used one. Then we have the good old penny black, very first engraved stamp ever, 1840. And a used and a mint example there. Do like those. Wish I had some penny blacks in my collection. And then we have some more Great Britain stamps down here. And on to the next page. And we have the silver wedding one there. We have Mr. Churchill there. European Communities. Post Office Tower. These are all quite common, to be honest. On to the next page. We have some more Great Britain stamps. I do like these two here with the fire engines on. They're quite nice. These are the Christmas issues at the bottom here from 1973. Not a bad collection of stamps there. And still on Great Britain, we have the Queen Elizabeth II stamp there, mint. And then we have a used example over there. And if I scroll down, I'll show you the rest of the stamps. There we have one from the Isle of Man. That's quite a nice stamp. Never seen this one before. So that's a new one for me. There we have a nice stamp there from Guernsey. One there from the World Cup 1966. Some of you will remember that one. I don't, but some of you will. Just going to scroll down so you can see the other stamps. Christmas issues again. There we have one of Robert Stephenson's locomotive there, the Rocket. That was on the Stockton and Darlington Railway. So some quite nice stamps there. The next page is blank. And here we have some stamps from what's called the Wilding series. So these first three here are from that series. Quite nice stamps. Oh, we have another one there on the far right there. And a few more. So I'm just going to scroll down. For those of you that don't know, these stamps here were made by a famous designer called Machin, or Machin, depending on how you like to pronounce it. And there are collectors that just collect these. And I must say that, I'd like them myself, and I have got a small collection of those. This one here is from the Isle of Man, and we can tell that by the three legs of man there. So those are quite nice. And we have some more of the Wilding series, Machins, and another one there from the Isle of Man. So that'll go in my Isle of Man collection. No more stamps on that page. Now we're up to Hong Kong, and we have these two rather nice stamps. Do you like this one? So that's quite a nice stamp. Now we're off to the Netherlands. Some quite nice stamps in the Netherlands. I'm just going to slowly scroll down for you. There's an early one there. So that's those. Now we're on to Hungary. We have a rather nice set of these stamps. You'll see them as I scroll down. Those are quite nice. I do like the one with the kangaroo there and its little Joey. So some quite nice stamps there. Nothing on that page. Now we're up to India. These are quite common, most of these, but still nice nonetheless. Although I haven't seen that one before, which I do quite like. Post and receipt. Interesting. Yep, not bad at all. There's a stamp there from a place I've never heard of before. Travancore Ankar, is that? I'm not sure if I pronounced that properly. Probably not. No idea where that's from. Now we're up to Italy. There's some quite nice stamps here. Some I've never seen, such as this one, the green and black. Never seen that one before. I'll just scroll down so you can see them all. But there's some quite nice stamps amongst those. So anybody that collects Italian stamps, will probably like these. Yeah, those are quite nice. On to Kenya, Uganda and Tanzania now. We have these two stamps. Those are quite nice. Moving over, we go to Iraq, or the Republic of Iraq. We have these two stamps. On to the next page, and another country I am collecting stamps for, which is Japan. And I'm quite pleased with this page because there's some stamps here I've never seen before, such as this one on the far right there, the 3 yen one. Never seen that. I've never seen the 5 yen one either. Yeah, there's some quite nice stamps here. So I'm rather pleased with these. That one's quite a nice stamp. So that's those. I am quite pleased with those. On to Yugoslavia. Country I have considered collecting, but unfortunately I can't collect everything. There's a nice Jamaican stamp there on the far right. And a few more Yugoslavian stamps there. Looks like they're part of a set. Those are quite nice. On to the next page, and we have this rather nice Liberian stamp. Do quite like that. That's a nice stamp. If I move over a bit, we have this stamp. I think that says Latvia. Yeah, I've never seen that one before. Moving on, nice stamp there from Mauritius in mint condition. And another one. Oh, another one with birds on them. I'm liking this. Then we have a few of the Malta stamps there. Another Mauritius stamp. So those aren't bad. Moving on to another one of my favourite countries, Monaco. Monaco wouldn't be complete without one of a car, would it? Famous racing circuit there. It's rather a nice stamp. And I quite like this one too. Very nice. Nothing on this page, unfortunately. Now we're up to Singapore. We have these rather nice stamps here with some unicorns, seahorses on rather. On the next page, we have this rather nice stamp from Mongolia. There's some camels there. On to the next page, and we're off to Nigeria now. Some nice stamps there. Ooh, I do like ones with elephants on. Shame about the slight bit of damage on that stamp. Not a bad page. Now we're off to New Zealand. We have quite some nice stamps there, and one with a kiwi, which of course New Zealand is famously known for. And if Shani's watching, she'll probably recognise these. I do like that stamp there with the ship on it. Very nice. It's a shame about the damage on the overprinted stamp on the far right there, but never mind. Now we're off to Norway. Some reasonably common stamps there. Don't believe I've seen this one from Israel though. That's quite a nice stamp. On the next page we have this stamp from Pakistan. The moon and star there, that's quite a nice stamp. On to the next page, and we have this stamp from the Republic of Peru. I am considering a Peruvian collection, only because I like Paddington. On to the next page, we have this stamp from the Philippines of John F. Kennedy. That's quite a nice stamp. And then we have these two here that have been overprinted. I'm not sure what OB means, so if anybody watching does know, please do comment and let me know. Quite nice stamps. And now we're off to Poland. I do have quite a large collection of Polish stamps, which you may have seen in a previous video. But this one's quite a nice stamp here. Do quite like that. This one I find unusual. I've never seen that one before. Yeah, some quite nice stamps there. Looks like an early-ish one there too. So I'm quite pleased with those. On to the next page, we have these three from Portugal. Those are quite not too bad. On to the next page, we have this rather nice stamp from Angola, which is a Republic of Portugal, I think. Mozambique, and it's got a giraffe on it, which is my favourite animal, so it can't be a bad stamp. Another one there from Mozambique. On to the next page, we have this rather nice stamp from Rhodesia, with some sort of animal there. I'm not sure what that is. A kudu, or kudu, I think it is. Moving across, we have this rather nice stamp from St. Helena. The colony's badge. Not too sure what that's about, but it's a nice stamp. On to the next page now, and we're on to Romania. Or Romania, depending on how you pronounce it. There's some nice stamps there. On to the next page, and I think these might be Russian, or that one might be Slovenia or something. I'm not 100% sure. But two nice stamps nonetheless. Now we're off to Rwanda. There we've got a nice stamp there of a python. Some horse racing going on there. A stamp from Syria, which I don't think I have any from Syria, so that's possibly my first one. So I'm quite pleased about that. Ooh, that's a rather scary stamp, that one. That's a black mamba snake. Another one, a snake. So those aren't bad. I have these rather nice stamps from San Marino. So I'll just slowly scroll down and show you those. These next ones are from Sweden. And some, early-ish ones there. Never seen this one. That's quite nice. It's mint too. There's some nice ones there. On to the next page, we have these 3 stamps from South Africa. So those aren't bad. Next page, we're at Spain. You haven't seen some of these before, so these are quite nice. In fact, I haven't seen quite a few of these before. Do like that one. Those last 4 down there look like a part of a set. Still on Spain. Never seen that one before. So that's those. Shame that one's badly creased, but never mind. A stamp from Charage, is it? Not sure. Hope I've pronounced that correctly. It's a shame it's damaged though. On to the next page, we have these rather nice stamps from Switzerland. It's quite a nice one there at the end. Now we're off to Trinidad and Tobago. These are quite nice. Do like the space theme stamps. So those are quite nice. That's a nice Turkish stamp there on the next page. Uruguay. Those are quite nice. We have another one there. Shame about the slight damage on that one. Now we're off to a country that I know a lot of you do collect, which is the United States. There we have one of Churchill. I do like this first Man on the Moon stamp. It's one of my favourites. Moving down. I'll just quickly show you these. Some quite nice stamps there. Some more from the United States. I do like that airmail one there from Liberia. That's quite a nice one too. We don't have anything on this page. A few stamps here from Yemen, one there from Zanzibar, which is a nice one. I'm not going to pronounce that one. Bogash, I don't know what that is. That one's from Yemen. That's quite nice. A rudder fish. Never heard of one of those. And then at the back, there are these rather unusual things. And these are pop stamps. You used to be able to collect these. I think Waddington's did these. So if anybody knows anything else about these, please do let me know. But they're unusual to find in the back. And that's it, guys. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. I think this stamp album was well worth a $5 myself. If you have liked the video, please do comment, like, and if you like my videos, please do subscribe. I shall see you all in the next one. Take care of yourselves. Bye for now.